What is going on, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and I'm back today with my top 10 picks for this coming week's new comic book day. Don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get into it. Shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check out their website for some fantastic comic book goodness. And if you need anything clean your press, my boy Justin's got you covered. Link is in the description. Let him know you found him via the channel. And as always, a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games, my local comic shop, where I'll be picking up all the books you see pictured on this list. And they have a fantastic Facebook group if you're getting into the hobby, been in the hobby, or in tabletop gaming. Also linked in the descriptions. So let's get into it. This is my top 10 picks for the week of May 15th. So DC is still coming out on Tuesday here. So it's the 14th and the 15th, or however your shop may work it. So there's some good stuff coming. It's a little mixed bag, I don't think that I hit any Marvel books on my pool list this week. I will say there's a new Doom book coming out. Had me kind of scratching my head at Doom #1. I know he's kind of hot right now. A lot of cool stuff going on, or rumors and stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of more interested in what's going on with the Ultimate Universe Doom. We'll see. I might pick that one up, but it's not on the list. I didn't want to throw that out there, though. But what's clocking in first on the list is Action Comics issue number 1065. This is continuing the House of Brainiac story. It's technically part 3, but in reality, it's part 4. We had that issue 2.5 come out last week, which filled us in on the whole Lobo army and Brainiac's motivations and everything. I'm excited to get back into Brainiac ship and kind of continue that story. I was on the edge of my seat getting some answers to the questions with all of this whole invasion thing and what he's doing. We see that Queen Brainiac is officially under construction. I'm wondering if we're going to see her fired up. And in the meantime, we have Kara and Connor that are shrunk down via Brainiac tech, but now they're loose on the ship, and they're supposed to be having some unforeseen allies help them battle this army of Brainiac. We'll see what happens. I'm half expecting Amanda Waller to send Failsafe after Brainiac. She found out that Brainiac is out there and she ain't happy. So we'll see what happens. This has been really fun, and it's all leading to Absolute Power. That's going to be DC's big mega event this summer. First one that we've had of this magnitude in a while. Very excited. Highly recommend checking out Sector 2815 if you want anything and everything to do with Absolute Power, any DC events. We do the DC deep dive over there. His channel is also in the description. Be sure to check that out. Next up, Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern is back with issue number 11. Hal Jordan has officially made it off Earth past the quarantine zone. He's made it to Oa, and he's investigating what's going on with the United Planets and finding out how corrupt they are and trying to figure out why they're doing what they're doing. He's working in secret with some of his other Lantern friends, and we'll see what he uncovers, what he has to deal with. The title of this issue is Empire of Blood. Anything Jeremy Adams touches, absolute gold. Even his free Comic Book Day Flash Gordon book was amazing. I hope everyone had an opportunity to pick that up. If not, be on the lookout. Brand new series starting soon with him on that. I cannot wait to see what happens with that. And in the backup story of this, we're continuing the Guy Gardner's search for Lobo, which is a House of Brainiac tie-in in the loosest sense of the term. We read the last one. It's really Guy Gardner looking for a MacGuffin. We know Lobo is rocking with Superman in the actual House of Brainiac story. So what's Guy going to end up finding or doing? Well, he's in a cosmic wrestling match in the last one. We'll see where he ends up in this one. Number 3 on the list, and here we go. My pick for the week. Boom! Redcoat issue number 2. Jeff Johns, Brian Hitch, and I'm showcasing the beautiful Yvonne Reese cover here. This is the B cover. I will be picking up the A cover as well, but Yvonne Reese, dude, look at that. Just Simon Pure sitting there in a pile of dead bodies and getting buried. This fantastic image kind of encapsulates the tone of Simon Pure, the style of it. But in this story, we have an immortal from 1776 who's now in the year 1892, and he's hanging out with a young Albert Einstein while they're being followed by a group of mystery men who are aware of his secret and aware of his immortality. We don't know why they're after him, but they're trying to take it, kill him, what? We're going to find out as this adventure continues. And what sounds so interesting so far is the fact that Albert Einstein is going to be insinuating he knows more about this immortality than Simon does. I mean, this is the #1 book that I'm excited about from Ghost Machine right now. Don't know what it is about this character. It just sparks that bit of excitement and imagination in my mind. It's just, this is what comic books are supposed to be like. This whole Ghost Machine thing is easily the coolest thing happening in comics right now. I hope everybody's on board. Geiger, Rook, Redcoat, jump in. This is the beginning. Don't get left behind. Next up on the list, we're continuing the countdown to Absolute Power. And the only title so far we've seen that's an official countdown, as listed on the trade dress up there, but Suicide Squad Dream Team issue number 3 of 4. This is really kind of serving the purpose of letting us know what Amanda Waller's doing with her base of operations. She has invaded the island nation of Gamora. She's used a Suicide Squad hodgepodge team with Dreamer, Harley, her nephew, Deadeye, Bizarro. Things went wild. Things went bad. Dreamer doesn't want to be there. She's trying to find an out, and supposedly a couple of allies are going to help her get out of there and under the heel of Amanda Waller. We saw her in the Free Comic Book Day book with her still under the heel of Waller, but maybe this will be the way that she escapes and gets back to her superhero counterparts. The Suicide Squad is typically comprised of villains, and for Dreamer to be there is an odd choice. But Dreamer is kind of new to the DC Comics continuity. She was brought in during the Lazarus Planet event, if I'm not mistaken. So this is pretty cool getting to experience and see Dreamer in action, especially in around villains. It was pretty decent so far. It's only 4 issues. We'll see how it goes. And again, it's just really servicing the setup and the foundation for Absolute Power, because they're not mailing this one in. They're actually doing the work, and it's turning out great. Next up on the list, here we go. IDW celebrating 25 years, and I'm celebrating Volume 2 of Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 2 properties that I absolutely love. In this second volume, we see that we're not just dealing with the same Rangers from Volume 1, but in the Power Rangers lore, there's been a multiverse for a long time. You have different dimensions is what they have versus different worlds and stuff, and that explains why there's so many different teams over the years and stuff like that. But now we have a White Ranger bouncing through the dimensions, and Godzilla is now bouncing through with them. It looks like Rita has teamed up with Astronema, a famous Power Ranger villain, and they're taking on the Rangers through the different dimensions, coming at it at a different angle this time, which will be fun because we'll be getting to get different teams of Rangers. We have the Psycho Ranger, which is a major bad guy villain attached to Astronema that's kind of leading the charge on that side. And there was a B cover for this that features Jet Jaguar on the cover, which I'm an A cover guy, but Jet Jaguar, I'm probably going to end up getting that one most likely, or maybe I'll get both. Maybe I'll get this one and that one, and throw this one in the PC and give the one with Jet Jaguar to Finn, so we can just have it out in his Godzilla box of comics and stuff like that. But I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see what villains appear, and it's just action. It's pure fan service. If you're a fan of either one of these properties, you'll enjoy this book. Next up, speaking of Godzilla, we're celebrating 70 years of the big guy with this special, I think it's like a 98-page one-shot featuring numerous different creators coming in to write anthology of stories. I did not see if it was saying it was reprinting them or it was all new material. I can only assume it's all new material, but I'm excited for this one. I'll be picking up this A cover. Also pre-ordered, I think it was a Lucio Perillo one that was just gorgeous. It went on sale like 2 months ago, and it was only like $20-30, something like that. Beautiful. So I'm excited to be getting that one in the mail, but I'm excited to get this one as well and read this one with the Perillo cover coming. This one I'm reading Finn, Godzilla box, but Godzilla's still firing on all cylinders. The guy's never been more popular than he is in 2024. It's amazing. Next up, this one got pushed back a week. So Rebel Moon, House of the Blood Axe, issue number 4, I believe it is. I think this is only like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. Again, I'm waiting for this entire one to come out. I did wait to watch Rebel Moon Part 2. I'm waiting for the full release to come out. I don't want to watch these edited versions. So by the time these come out, I can binge read them all, and then I'll have the actual full-length cut of the film to watch not long after that. So I've got this Rebel Moon plan in my head to get the most out of it as possible. I don't know. They're getting a lot of mixed reviews, mixed bad. I'm a Snyder fan, dude. I love Zack Snyder stuff. I am the target audience for it, but I want to get the most out of that experience, and I love movie tie-in stuff. Next up from Valiant Comics, we have EXO Mana War Invictus. This is following up on that previous run that Liam Sharp did the artwork for and Becky Cloonan wrote along with Michael Conrad. And in this one, he's following the path of the Soothsayer to go try to save the Soothsayer from the events of the last issue. It's going to take him to this planet where we'll be facing who knows what. I'm excited for this one. I wish Liam Sharp was on the artwork, and Valiant Comics does have an event coming up called the Valiants. They showcased it in the Free Comic Book Day book. It really didn't deliver a lot to let us know what's going on with the Valiants. It was kind of more like a Ninjak showcase. I'm interested in the Valiant universe stuff. I'm most interested in the EXO Mana War stuff, and that's what has my interest there. And they showcase nothing with EXO. He's just assumed to be killed in action in that book. Well, we know he's right here, so I'm going to be wondering if these miniseries will lead him back into that event in some way, shape, fashion, or form. So I'll be paying attention to the Valiants while I'll be reading EXO and seeing where it might need to dip in and not. So it's kind of hard to really get invested. I know that Valiants went under Alien Books picked it up and started publishing again. So I'm glad they're there, and I almost feel obligated to pick up stuff to try to support the cause, but it's so hard to dive into a whole nother universe right now. I'm not doing a lot of Marvel these days. I read a lot of DC. I get all the Energon stuff. I'm getting all the Ghost Machine stuff. And just with time and everything, I would love to be able to invest more, but it's just nothing's really drawing me that much. I didn't pick up the current Bloodshot stuff, but I don't know. So I'm kind of on the fence of how much I need to invest in this to not miss out on stuff, especially if EXO is going to be intermingling, but we'll see. So those are actually 8 books that I'm picking up. I did throw in some variants in here. So every Tuesday I do a live stream at 2 p.m. previewing the DC Comics books of the week. And every Tuesday I always do a giveaway. So I saw this cover. This is definitely one that I'll be picking up for the giveaway. I always grab some stuff out of the shop and give it away. As long as there's extra copies of this there on the rack when I get there first thing in the morning. That's a beautiful cover for this Action Comics House of Brainiac variant. So I'll be grabbing one of those and a couple more. I always throw some extra stuff in there after we draw the winner. So come by, hang out on Tuesdays and stuff. It's a really good time. And for number 10, like I said, I'm picking up both of them. Here's the A cover by Brian Hitch for Redcoat. We saw him getting buried on the Yvonne Reese cover, and it's like he's crawling out with people waiting on him in the Brian Hitch cover. It's absolutely awesome. I love the checker box, just everything about this stuff. I love that. Look at the tombstone behind him with his name and all the death dates and years. Like, just fantastic stuff. Leave me a comment down below. Are you reading the Ghost Machine stuff? What are you looking forward to this week? What are you getting excited for with all these summer events coming with like Marvel's Blood Hunt, Valiant doing the Valiants, DC doing Absolute Power? A lot of stuff to look forward to. Just let me know what you looking forward to. Be sure to check out the links below and all that good stuff. Some fantastic people down there. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and also the channel memberships are live. Dive in on that action. Big stuff coming for that these next couple of months. So until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.